Hey guys, welcome back to another Keep It 100 Talks episode. In this episode, I'm going to answer your questions because you ask questions, I answer them. All right. So let's take a look at some of the questions that came in through my Instagram Q&A. And by the way, if you want to ask me questions, just keep a lookout for my stories. Sometimes we do open up slots for Q&A. Okay. So I got a couple of questions here, and they all revolve around the topic about cars. So like Charles Pua, right? And also a couple more people talking about cars, how much to put aside for dream cars, etc., etc. So, some questions is like, how much do you need to have in your bank before you buy your dream car? I think whether you're buying a dream car or buying a car per se, I'm going to share my personal way of budgeting so that I know how much I need or how much I need to get in order to achieve that. Is that if I were to get a dream car, okay, I need to make sure that the expenses of the car, the total expenses, including road tax, insurance, monthly installments, repair bills, blah, 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 everything, it should be less than 20% of my net income. Or sometimes my rule can also stretch to 30% of my net income. Okay. So for example, if I'm earning 10,000 ringgit a month, the max I would spend on cars every single month, okay, all that expenses a month is 3,000 ringgit at the max. The healthy number, I think, is around 20%, but I give you a leeway for 20-30%. And the reason why I have this number is because I would have enough to invest still. I would save enough to invest. So let's say if I spend 2,000 ringgit a month on my car, I can put the equal 2,000 ringgit a month on investments, right? Because you must remember, when you put things into your car, when you buy a car, when you repair, when you pay for road tax, those monies are expenses. Once it's gone, right? So those money flows out. But I need to have another mechanism to keep my funds, keep my net worth growing, right? So if I spend 2,000 ringgit on cars, I put 2,000 ringgit to grow my net worth, for example, okay? And having that figure allows me to do that. That's why I'll never go up to 50%, 60%, 70% because I got to eat, right? I got to eat, I got expenses, and got to pump petrol for your car, right? And I won't have the ability to save and build my portfolio and my wealth, okay? So that's a general rule that I follow. So let's say currently my dream car is, for example, I don't know, 718 Cayman, right? Then the monthly installment is, let's say, 6,000 ringgit or 5,000 ringgit, right? Then I would say, okay, if 5,000 ringgit is 20%, okay, if 5,000 ringgit is 20%, then what is 100%, right? So, which means I would need to have at least 25,000 ringgit of income before I will comfortably pursue the Cayman, or maybe I can reduce it. I can stretch it to 30%. Maybe I have to earn 18,000 ringgit a month, right? If my mathematics is correct, right? That would be what I'd be aiming for. So if I'm earning 10,000 a month right now, and my gap is 10 to 15 or 20, then the next question is, how do I get there? I think if anything I can inspire people to think is that don't let your dreams be just dreams. Put down a plan, right? Because I think we live in a day and age sometimes, and I'm also one of these people who suffer from this. Sometimes it's nice to dream, right? It gives us some dopamine, it feels good, it's to have a dream and, and to sort of live in that la-la land. But the problem is if we never really turn it to a plan, it just remain a dream, right? And I would say this, I believe that all of us have the potential to grow your income. Income is not finite, right? Remember that income is not finite. We have all this ability to learn, okay? And that by itself, just the ability to learn itself already gives us that edge that we can grow, okay? So just because you can't achieve it right now doesn't mean you can't forever. Learn skills, get into a new way of investing, or maybe you pick up a business, maybe you go into sales, you go into network marketing, a great way to start business without a lot of capital, and you start to increase your income and get yourself to that direction, right? So don't leave your dreams as dreams, okay? So that's how I look at buying my dream car. And some of you might be saying, Thomas, how about the capital upfront to buy the car, right? The down payment and all. Look, if you're already increasing your income by 10, 15,000 ringgit a month, I would dare say this, your capital wouldn't be much of an issue because you've buffed your income so much, you will save much more, and therefore you're able to pursue your dream car, right? One last side note, I want to make sure I'm always growing my portfolio while I enjoy my dream cars, right? So I hope that answers the question for all of you asked about dream cars, car budget. If I earn this much, can I buy this car? I hope this clears everything out. So next question, a different theme. How to increase your income in 2025. Before we go ahead and earn more money, I think it's very important that we get clarity on how much we need to earn, the next step, etc. I'm going to put down a video on how I plan my finances, my financial blueprint that will come after this video. So it'll be before the end of the year. So if you want to know more of how I plan towards increasing my income, you can catch that video towards the end of the year. So say subscribe. Okay, hit the subscribe button right now. Okay, this is a good one. V Kuhan 28 asks, what's your advice to youngsters in their 20s? And also what I wish to know, right? Earlier when you're in your 20s, right? And then Marcus CY is asking my next car goal. I'll talk about that later on. And maybe some advice for youngsters who are pursuing their goals in 20s. So maybe I can answer the question in what I wish I've sort of took advice and action on it. Because I received a lot of advice when I was in the 20s. Okay. But if there's one advice I wish I took action on in my 20s, or if I'd rather have a moment to take up the phone and call me, 10 years ago, is Thomas, learn more about finances. Learn how money works, right? Learn how the financial world works, Because if I knew how important is it to understand not just my finances, I'm talking about the economic world. Think of economy and financial world as your environment. It's like when you live in the city, you deal with buildings, you deal with polluted air, or you deal with people who are grumpy, right? So if you understand your environment, you can get the best out of it. And if I knew how money works, if I knew that money devalues because of people printing money, etc., if I knew how inflation works, if I knew how loan and interest rates work, and if I knew how the central bank works and how money works, I would have planned so much more earlier to put aside money to invest, right? See, investing everyone knows is good, but the reason I didn't invest, right, is because I didn't understand why in the macro perspective, okay? So, let's say, for example, if young Thomas in 2015, right, when he has managed to increase his income, right, to probably around 250,000 ringgit that year, if he just put aside 10% and put it into a mixed set of assets, could be index funds, it could be, if I knew what I knew today, right, I put myself in index funds. Now, I probably wouldn't go into cryptocurrency in 2015 because it was still really speculative. Maybe I'll put in a few $100, right? But regardless, right, if you just trace back to, we can do the visuals up, in 2015, if I put in 15,000 to, into the S&P 500, into, gold, or maybe into even Bitcoin back then, let's say if even 5% goes there, the increase till today is monumental, right? But because I didn't appreciate how the environment works, how this thing works, I didn't do it. I know it was important, but I kept buying stupid things, right? Like, I don't know, watches that I didn't really like. I'm not a watch person. I buy it because I don't have a priority. Then my natural priority came out, which is, trying to flex or trying to, to keep up the Joneses, right? So I was keeping up the Joneses. I was doing my network marketing business, and I thought that, if I look nicer, then I'll be more successful. I buy nicer things and all of that. That becomes a natural thing because I didn't put priority in financial management and investing. If I did that, if I just did that at 25 years old and putting a very humble 10% every single month away and also managing my finances well, I think my net worth would probably be maybe 30%, 50% more by now. And probably if we take that trajectory, I'm probably double, in the next 10 years to come. So at the most conservative level. Okay, so I wished I educated myself more on finances. So if you're watching this video right now, there's so many resources out there. There's so many YouTube channels out there. But the other thing that really helped me was Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know there's a lot of people having different opinions about him, but put him away, put him aside as an author. His content it completely changed the way I looked at financial planning and money. And Financial IQ, that's another book that really impacted me, right? So those are the two books that I would highly recommend for if to me if I was 25 years old. Okay, so that's the second question. Or maybe I'll answer a bonus question. What's my next car goal? Actually, Marcus, that's a very interesting one. I've been having a few dream car goals this year, but as I more and more indulge and sort of research into the dream cars, I find myself actually that I'm really content with the cars I have right now, right? With my Alpine, my Spider, my me and my wife, we share a Countryman, and then we have a Mini Classic. Actually, I'm pretty content right now. I don't really have a dream car per se. I haven't really put one out, and I'm okay. I'm okay to be in this space where I don't have the next car in my mind yet. I'm still sort of playing around and looking around the market. Maybe it's a Ferrari 360 Spider. No, I really love the 360. Maybe it's a F12. Maybe it's probably something Italian or maybe something British. We don't know, right? But for now, I'm pretty content. And when I do, you probably hear it on my personal YouTube channel. Okay. Okay. Last one. How to stay disciplined to learn a new skill thoroughly. I know surface level of many things. That's from very, very Tateng. And also, I believe there's another person also asking this, how to have more positive mindset in 2025, all the shit that's going on, right? So I want to sort of maybe answer this question in a very, if there's one thing that allows somebody to stick true to their goals, maybe it's a few set of things. First is get clarity on your goals. Get clarity on if you want to learn a skill, why? Like, why are you learning a skill? Let's say you're learning how to trade. Why? Getting a lot of clarity in how it impact you, how it will make a difference in you, I think that's very important. But number two, also, make sure you have an interest in what you are going to learn, right? Talk about discipline. I think that if you like something, and if you understand how important it is, right, which is the first two questions, you'll be consistent. For example, if somebody is in a poor health state and the doctor says, if you keep this up, you might not see your daughter graduating. He has a strong why. He wants to see the daughter graduating. Okay? And perhaps he tried many physical activities. No, but he doesn't like going to the gym. He doesn't like pulling weights. Maybe he likes, tennis. Hey, then he'll be consistent in making sure that he researches more about tennis, gets the new tennis racket, get the instructor, maybe train 2-3 times a week to get better. And in the process of getting better, his fitness will improve, right? So I think that's much more relevant, So if you're thinking about increasing your income, earning more money, I think number one, why? Why do you need to increase your income? Being clear about it, why you want to learn that skill, be clear of it, everything, and then pick a way that you enjoy. So, for example, some people love the financial industry, they love trading, right? Then you pick up the trading skills, okay? And if you maybe you're interested in investing, right? You're interested in learning how to grow your portfolio like Warren Buffett, right? Or value investing, etc. Learn how to invest. Maybe some of you love to empower other people, help other people succeed. Or maybe some of you like doing sales. Maybe network marketing is for you, right? There's so many ways to earn money. There's so many ways out there to earn money. It could be even your passion of drawing, illustrating, AI, there's so many, right? But pick one way, okay? And the other thing that makes sure, so the other question was asked was how do I go through everything despite all the shit that's going through? Let's be honest, all of us are facing some sort of challenge at any given point of our life. I found that even when I shut down my businesses and sort of enjoying the income I have from my investments in my business, even when I'm doing nothing, there are challenges in life. One of my mentors shared this. He says that one of the only constant we have in our life are problems and challenges, right? And the only moment that you don't have problems and challenges is when you're dead. That's when you become a problem and challenge for somebody else, okay? All right? So let's acknowledge that it's going to happen. But I think if I were to, I have so many answers, but perhaps I'm in the season, maybe I'm a little bit, I'm 35 soon. And I think it's more than just willpower. Some people just like, just be positive, right? Don't indulge in the negative thoughts too much. But I think willpower only get you so far. If I were to be really honest, right now, my answer may change in the future, is that you need a strong support structure. I think that you need people around you that could listen to you when you're going through a tough time. I think it's important that you have your A team, your people around you, right? Your base, your base of people that will not only listen to your goals or listen to your struggles, and somewhere you can vent. Because when you vent it out, you sort of unpressurize, right? And you sort of gain new perspective, right? And I think a lot of people face a lot of mental health challenges, including myself, from just holding things in, right? So having a good support structure is very important. It could be your spouse, it could be your friends, it could be people that you may not know today. You may meet them in a seminar, you may meet them in other places, and they become people that you can share your challenges in pursuit of your goals, right? So I think that's very underrated, and I think that's what's going to keep us not only on track to become better, but also give us the ability to check in on mental health. I believe it does a lot for mental health to have friends around us, have people that support us, right? So if there's anything for this advice, from what I would do is build that around you. I'll leave you with a quote that my grandfather shared with me, my late grandfather. He said, if you want to conquer the world, you need to have peace at home, right? And I think that peace is the people around you. The peace is that foundation of support around you, right? Because we can't do everything, and we're not always on our A game every single day, right? It's how we recover from those days that are pretty crappy, right? And that keeps us moving forward. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A session. If you have more questions, you know where to find me on my Instagram. And if you do enjoy this channel, by the way, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share with somebody who needs this as well, right? And let me know in the comments what do you think, all right? Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in another episode, and keep it 100. Love you guys. Bye. If you're looking for a way to increase your income and looking for different businesses to do, I know what most of you are thinking. It's a lot of risk, it's a lot of capital involved. I don't know what to do. And that's why I created Team Infinity Academy, where we not only provide a way for people to get into the business world without forking a lot of capital, but we also provide the education and the vehicle. We have a way that I use to make my money, right? This is the business I run. And I want to teach people how to utilize my business to build a life of their dreams. Now, if you're interested to find out more, there is a preview. We're looking for the right business partners. And inside that business discovery session, you'll find out how this business can support you to build the life that you want to live. If you're interested to find out more, link in the description below, and sign up for one of our webinars. Will be mostly hosted by myself. See you there.